about what's good for us, you know, we train smarter, not harder, and like nutrition-wise and stuff. But I was living in Australia at the time, and the fitness culture over there really helped me get in shape for that video.
The weather.
The weather.
You do it
makes a
outside.
difference,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
How important is music to you when you're keeping fit? Have you always got a playlist you're listening?
Absolutely. It's the motivation you need, isn't it, sometimes? And I think that's what inspired this track, because I've always loved working out. I've been DJing for about 8 years and, of course, making music for nearly 30 years. So just to get all of those worlds to collide was brilliant.
There's a bit of Diana Ross in there?
Yes, I know. How lucky. I'm so grateful to Diana, because she's allowed me to use the sample. You have to get permission to do these things. And it was running around in my head for ages, and I really wanted to use it, and it's just perfect.
So the album's not out yet, is it? It's not out till next year, is that right?
1st of May for the album.
What can we expect from that?
Do you know what? There's going to be lots of fitness moments, lots of bangers, as we say. I discovered dance music just before I met the Spice Girls. So that part of my life kind of went on hold. There wasn't really time to go out clubbing and do a lot of socialising. We were so busy working that getting back into the club environment, I'm like, oh, I've rediscovered this passion.
Do you feel now that you have a freedom to do what you actually love doing?
Yeah, you know, I think I've just discovered that I have all of these opportunities. You know, in my life, I've done theatre, you know, I've TV, of course, we get to do radio, and having the opportunity to do all of those things, I think, you know, I grab every opportunity with both hands.
How bothered are you by what people say about it now? You know, with time and experience, are you less bothered? Or...
Yes.
Yeah. How does
100%.
that work?
I would say to anybody, don't read the comments. You know, that is like the most dangerous thing that you can do. When I was a young person growing up in the industry, it was hard. You know, the tabloids were pretty brutal in the 90s and noughties, and it did affect me. But I've learned, I think it's a thing with age, isn't it, as well? You do care less what people think. And I think it's important, as long as you're keeping yourself happy and hopefully not offending anybody too much, then, you know, do what you want.
Have you had a chance to see this new BBC series, Girl Bands Forever?
I've seen the first episode, yeah.
That's interesting, isn't it? Because you talk about the freedom you have now. A lot of the contributors to that talking about the kind of restrictions they felt as particularly young female artists back in the 90s and beyond. Yeah,
it was an interesting time, you know, and, you know, I do look back at some of it and there was difficulties within it, but it was also incredible, you know. It launched our lives, our careers, and thankfully, a lot has changed. You know, there were certain things expected of us as young women in the industry that wouldn't be allowed today. Thank goodness that has changed. But, yeah, to survive that kind of, it makes you quite tough.
I bet it does.
Yeah.
Because you were under such enormous scrutiny. Of course, you know, we didn't have social media back then, but the papers were mean, weren't they?
Yeah. They were really, really cruel. And, you know, I really feel for young artists now, because there's no escape. You know, social media, it's there. A lot of us sleep with it right next to our heads, you know. So it's, there's always difficult things to deal with, but we're just always navigating a different landscape, aren't we?
What do you think when you look back at this time, these pictures, the start of it all?
I love it. I love looking back. I feel so nostalgic for that. And I feel really proud as well. You know, the Spice Girls, we've left such an incredible legacy. There are generations discovering us all the time. So to be a part of that, I feel very proud.
What about future generations discovering you on tour, perhaps?
Wouldn't that be nice?
We have to ask you this.
I know, right? It's always the question that pops up. I would be there tomorrow. You know, obviously, I'm super busy. New single out, record next year. I'll be doing lots of live shows. I'm at Brixton Academy next October.
Well.
First time I've ever played that, an incredible, iconic British venue. But of course, I will always make time for the Spice Girls. So, you know, fingers crossed. I try and encourage everyone to manifest this happening. We'll see.
What's the stumbling block?
Who's the stumbling block?
I know, right? Come on, let's name and shame. You know, I think the thing is, we have so many incredible opportunities. We all have very busy lives. You know, you see all of the girls that are still out there doing lots of incredible things. And it's just the timing, agreeing on what we want to do, but we're in constant contact.
Have you got a WhatsApp group?
We've got several.
Have you?
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
Several.
You know what friendship groups are like.
Different combos. Don't post it in that one. Yeah.
I have to ask about Sir David Beckham.
Yes.
He was knighted yesterday.
Yeah,
in
congratulations.
Newcastle. And Lady Victoria, I don't know, Lady Beckham, Lady Victoria?
Not sure. I don't...
I think either will do. I think it's wonderful, and, you know, and so deserved. David's done incredible things for this country, so I'm really happy for him.
And he was wearing the suit that she designed, inspired by something the King had worn years ago as well.
Yeah.
I know, it's wonderful.
First ever menswear from her label, which is incredible. Maybe, is she the very, very busy one, do you think?
Victoria is extraordinarily busy. I don't know if you've seen her new documentary. That gives a real insight into her life. But yeah, you know, all the girls are busy. You know, we've all gone on to do great things and in different worlds as well. I mean, what Victoria's achieved is incredible. Almost you would think impossible, but she's done it.
So next for you is album in May.
Yes.
Live performances, more DJing?
More DJing, yes, definitely.
And movies as well.
And movies, yes. We just wrapped on a film with Rebel Wilson. She's written, stars in and has directed this incredible film. I'm sure you can imagine how funny it is. There's an incredible cast and it's all very celebratory about girl bands. So...
Here we go.
Yeah, I didn't have to dig too deep to find my character inspiration on this one.
Did it all feel rather familiar?
It did, you know, and we were shooting there, so I don't know how much I can give away, but there's a big performance at a very iconic British venue.
Oh.
And when I walked into, like, the big sound stage where it was all set up like a big rehearsal, yeah, I felt very much at home. But Rebel's amazing. And, like, on set, it was just giggles all day long. You know, when you do something, it's like, it's not like a job. You know, it's just fun.
Melanie, thank you so much. Great to see you. Thank you for keeping your shoes on.
Yeah.
After John Cleese, that was a relief.
Yeah.
But, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much for everything, Melanie.
Saving us.
Yeah.
The song's out now. If you'd like to see it live, Melanie, as you say, is performing at Brixton Academy in October.